All right, guys, let's talk about where the ES is right now and a battle plan trade that you would still be long from. And I want to talk about that and the stop progression thereof. Now, when you log in, it's a newish looking dashboard. The main title here has changed a little bit, and every day or every time you log in, there's a new little quote here. It's random. I got your back. Love your stop loss. And yes, that is very, very true. Most recent battle plan is here. I removed the foundations course here that used to rest right here because I figured once you're a full member, you really don't need the foundations course anymore. So I went ahead and removed it and made front and center the Core Strategy Academy, which is one of the main reasons you joined. It's going to show you your course progress at this moment and go from there. And then if you're using our journaling software, which is included in your membership, click this and it'll go to the website. You will have to log in at Trader Meditations as well, but at least it gets you there. So this is really your main dashboard. I didn't figure there was a need for a link to Discord. So if you're a full member, if there's something missing here you would like for me to have here on your dashboard, let me know. I would love to think about that and implement it. But if you go to any battle plan, we'll just go to the current battle plan here. You scroll down, you will see previous battle plans. And the reason why I'm doing that is I want to look at last Wednesday, December the 17th. And let's scroll down and look at the battle plans. First of all, if you're new to my group on the battle plan, the review of whatever happened today, let's say this was a full day. It's not because it's Christmas, but if there was a full day here, I do a recap here. I shared some prop firm advice. So this is even free right now. If you are not a member, go to the Wednesday, December the 17th and click this. And it's a post I made to my traders about the purpose of prop firms. But scroll on down. That's the first section where it reviews. I do a tip of the day. What were the trades of the day? What are some upcoming live streams, our strong levels, and then the battle plan. Well, this is where you've got to go from free to being a member at any level. So let's scroll down because what I want to talk about is battle plan trade number 2 here, because we're going to flip over to the chart and look at, had you taken that trade and did stop management as we talk about for a multi-day hold, assuming you're an account that you can do a multi-day hold. Even if you are in a prop account and you have to be closed at the end of the day, I want you going through the mental reps of holding a runner for a multi-day hold. So you are still in that trade mentally if you're in my group. Okay. And so that's what it is. So battle plan number 2 here, as it relates to here, was a trap the trader long off the RTH low and perhaps tapping the strong level. Requires snappy ladder back, fair value gapping, ladder back action. Okay. Add to your winning trade per battle plan trade number 1. Okay. So we're going to flip over to the chart and let's look at it. So here's December 17th. I don't have the drawing here, but basically it was come down and tap the strong level, ladder back here, get back on top here and go. Battle plan 1 was maybe the bulls are going to be so strong that all we're going to do is get up over this strong level and go. Something like that. But battle plan trade number 2 was the entry. You could have put a entry right at the apex of the level, or you could have waited for snappy ladder back action. You would have went long here. You could have went long here. There's many places you could have went long along the way to get long. So let's go ahead and just go to like a 5-minute chart. And so here was your entry and here was the day. So if you could have held this, you got the nice move here. It stayed above this strong level really well. Look at that. It came right to here, bounced. And I'm going to recommend that if you did the 3 contract system, you would have kept a runner back at your entry. At the end of the RTH, you move it 5 to 10 points underneath the RTH low and you just hold. Then the next day happens and you get a nice move overnight, big pop up, and you move your stop then 5 to 10 points underneath the RTH low. You are still long holding your winning trade. Along the way, you're examining other battle plan trades of where could I add to my trade if I wanted to, but we're just going to follow this trade. Then you got the gap up, the run up, a higher high, and a higher low. You move your stop 5 to 10 points underneath the RTH low. Then the overnight session, you get another pop up, and then you move your stop 5 to 10 points under the RTH low, riding the wave. The current is going this direction, and all you had to do was to enter and hold a runner. Then you've got the consolidation here, and then Christmas Day, you got that half session here, and you got a really beautiful move there. And then you move your stop just behind this level as well, 5 to 10 points behind there. Or if there's more obvious structure that you really want to be behind, it's up to you. Because at this point, you scrunch this thing up, and from the battle plan on December the 17th, let's say you would have went long at the apex and you're here. At this point, you're up 180 points, assuming we don't open with a big gap down. Which anything is possible, I suppose. And then at the very high here, it's 216 points. If you were looking at your first 200 pointer, maybe you just lock it here at the 200 points and take your 200 pointer either there on Christmas Day, or you could just hold on and do that as well. So either which way you want to play that works out really nice. Now, one of the things I want to point out, let me turn off the strong levels. Let's go to a daily chart. So on the futures, well, we had a rollover here, and the futures all-time high for this contract was done way up here. Okay. That's interesting, but what's more important, in my opinion, is once you get a contract rollover and you're gearing towards all-time highs, you want to pay attention to the SPY and SPX. Okay. So on Christmas Day, both SPY and the SPX hit all-time highs. I had alerts set. They went off in the group because these are the cash markets. These don't have the rollover, where price gaps up 60 points. This is just the cash market. This is the most important market there is. We trade the futures, but you also want to keep an eye out on the cash market, and that's what we were looking at on Christmas Day. SPX hit it first, then SPY. So here we are setting at all-time highs. One of my least favorite places to trade is setting at an all-time high. Now, the futures didn't quite get there. It doesn't really matter, but we know overall we're setting here at all-time highs going into the end of the year. Not the greatest place in the world we're looking to get long. Every now and then you're going to get an entry from our battle plan trades that catches this move. That is one of the things we are really good at with our battle plan trades. When I went to bed that night, gosh, I almost placed a limit order at that strong level with a 3-point stop underneath it. I didn't do it, so I am not in this trade. But what I am doing? I am mentally trading this trade and going through the mental reps, because if anything, it proves that multi-day holds with these battle plan trades are perfectly doable. I mean, I've had 8 100 pointers this year. My goal was 10. If I'd have been in this one, could I have counted that as 100 and 100? And I hit my goal of 10 100 pointers this year. Looking less and less likely I'm going to get that at this point. So that is fun. So we are sitting here near the all-time highs, especially in the cash. The futures are a little behind. It doesn't matter. But since this contract has been, in fact, let's go look at that. Let me go hit ES. So here we are setting on this actual contract, the H contract. And as you can see, the all-time high is up here. We haven't hit it yet. So I just wanted to show you that because I was on the continuous. Let's switch over to the H contract and actually look at this. So this contract has actual transactions at this level. That's where we're going to be looking for price to go. But would we be shocked because SPY and SPX hit this all-time high again that we could experience another pullback perhaps? But more than likely, we're going to play in this little range here, my humble opinion, between where we closed here and 7,000 that would possibly play in this area here. I wouldn't expect us to do a comeback, and that's where traders really get killed in their trading, is they see that move up and they're just like, where can I short this? Where can I short this? And one of the things I try to keep you do is I try my hardest as the leader of Micros Trader to keep us on the right side of price action, on the right side of price action. And sometimes that right side of price action changes intraday, but when we are in this singular trade and are managing this trade here, I'm keeping your focus on, look how strong the bulls are. When the day opens, how much should you be looking for shorts? Small, if at all. Now, when we're intraday trading, we can do that. Because if you were with us on Tuesday, let's drop to a 3-minute chart here. If you were with us on Tuesday, you know that we were looking for shorts here, successfully done, and we were looking for longs here. Well, intraday trading is a little different than doing a multi-day hold. If you're doing a multi-day hold in this, you don't care about this short at all. But if we turn around and start looking for longs, you might go, hey, I'm up 150 points. I can easily do an add-on here. And the overall trade, there's like no way that's going to turn wrong. You can bolt on a risk-free runner into your trade. You're adding leverage without adding risk. That's a cool way to trade. So tomorrow morning when I wake up, I'll determine whether or not I'm going to trade on Friday. I promise to alert the group and let you know if I'll be trading, but we're at all-time highs, just not my absolute place to look for a trade. Let's get Christmas Day over with, wake up tomorrow morning and see how excited I am to trade. But I can't wait to get back in the saddle, and I'll talk to you soon.